Hello and welcome back. Today I have another question from a viewer, and the question is, what do I do if my boyfriend wants me to change rather than accepting me for the way I am? Wow, this is a good question. It's always going to be a red flag. Whenever someone wants to change you, I would be very, very cautious about it because that means they're not really putting the work into understanding who you are, and instead they just want to tailor fit you so that it suits them for the benefit of them at the expense of you. So be careful. It's usually a red flag. It's not a reason to break up or anything drastic, but it usually is a red flag. So take note of it in early stages of dating. But I do understand that this person is your boyfriend already, so I'm assuming you've gone past that. So, but in general, before you enter a relationship with someone, you have to really date them for a while, and it's to hang out with them, see them in different situations, get a good sense of this person before you jump into a relationship. Because once you're in a relationship, it gets a little bit tricky because you've got this safety net now, and people can be who they are, and that's when weird stuff starts happening. So you want to date them for a while before you commit. So don't rush. Having said that, now that you are in a relationship, it's not the end of the world. So the first thing is you need to ask your boyfriend, what exactly does he want you to change? Is it something little? Is it something like, hey, could you pick up the dishes when you have dinner or something? Or can you put out the washing more often? If it's little activities, then yes, those things you can change because it's kind of making you just a bit more accountable and a bit more house trained or whatever it is. If it's a little thing, then yes, sometimes you can do it. But if it's a bigger thing that affects your values, such as, I want you to be more outgoing or I want you to be more loving, those things are a bit more hard to change because those are bigger things. They're not little behaviors, they're beliefs, and those things are a bit harder to change. So what I recommend in that situation is to talk to your boyfriend and find out what exactly is bothering him about you. Is he not being loved enough, or is he not being heard? Is he not being appreciated? Whatever that problem is, go and fix that. Rather than fixing your own behavior to fix a problem, just go straight to the problem. If he's saying something like, hey, I wake up early and I can't have breakfast with anyone and I have to make breakfast by myself before going to work while you sleep. Okay, so he doesn't want to be alone in the morning, and you're a nighttime person, so that doesn't work. But what you can do, because, if he's complaining about breakfast, is that you can actually make the breakfast the night before because you're a nighttime person. So you can make your breakfast the night before, put it in the fridge, and then when he wakes up, you can say, hey, look, I'm really sorry I've made you something. I am a nighttime person. I've got a night job or whatever, but I've made you breakfast. So that way his problem is being heard and there's some sort of solution to it, and it shows that you care. And maybe that might just be enough, and maybe that your boyfriend might open up later on and tell you what the real problem is, because usually it's something a lot deeper than just you. But people always say, oh, they should love me for who I am. I'm allowed to be me and they should love me. And to a point, yes, but don't forget, boyfriends, relationships, they are meant to push you to become a better person, just as we were doing before we got into a relationship. So if you imagine when you were dating, when you were single, you'd always go to the gym, you'd exercise, you make sure you have a nice career, make sure you figure out yourself. You're always improving yourself so you can meet a partner. So when you meet a partner, that doesn't stop. That partner will still push you in different ways. They'll push you to be a better person, a better communicator. So when people say, they should just accept me for who I am, I don't really agree with that, because to a point I do, but the other point is I don't fully agree, because that just means you can be lazy and be whoever the fuck you want, and your boyfriend's just meant to be cool with that. And I don't think that's true. They will hold you accountable, and they do want the best for you. But it really depends on what sort of change they are looking for. And don't forget, change doesn't go from 0 to 100. It goes in little steps. So when you do tell your boyfriend that you want to try and do these changes, let them know, look, I can only put in 10% right now, because no one goes from 0 to 100 and flicks like a switch. They're not a robot, they're a human being, and change, takes time. So just say, look, I can try a little bit harder. But really, you do need to come down to the core of and find out what really is bothering them, and really read their body language and listen to them, listen to the tone of their voice, and just take it from there. Okay, so there's no need to panic, just have a talk to them and just flow on from there. And let me know how you go in the comments below, and leave a reply, and I'd like to hear from you. And if anyone else wants to ask me a question, relationship or anything else, please leave a comment in my videos, and I will gladly answer them. All right, well, enjoy your night. I'm going to head off to bed, but thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.